Why did Shin Se-kyung suddenly disappear from the list of Jin BTS's latest video clip promotions? What's really going on behind the scenes of Don't Say You Love Me? Is HYBE hiding something that could shake the confidence of the army? And even more surprising, is it true that HYBE herself suddenly forbade the two from performing together? This isn't just any news. It's the beginning of something much deeper, mysterious, and that could change our view of Jin forever. No one would have thought that the project, which was named HYBE's Best Cinematic Work of the Year, actually led to a huge disappointment for millions of fans. A decision that shocked the K-pop universe was announced suddenly and without adequate explanation. Shin Se-kyung, the actress who was originally confirmed to be BTS's Jin screen partner in the Don't Say You Love Me video clip, suddenly did not appear in the official promotional schedule. Not only was he absent from the press conference, he was also removed from the pre-recorded behind-the-scenes footage. The question is, why? Why was the figure who had incredible chemistry with the genie suddenly removed? Is this a purely creative decision, or is there something to hide? The fans soon realized that this was not just a coincidence or a technical glitch. In the first teaser trailer HYBE released 2 weeks earlier, it was clearly the emotional scene between Jin and Shin Se-kyung that brought many viewers to tears. Both not only look suitable as lovers, but are also able to convey emotions very vividly, as if what is happening on the screen is not acting, but a cut from reality. Audience reaction? Immeasurable. The video went viral in a matter of hours. In fact, the world's trending topics are filled with hashtags like #JinSekyung and #Don'tSayYouLoveMe film style. Everything looks perfect until it all changes in an instant. HYBE's decision to remove Shin Se-kyung from all forms of promotion seemed to be a hard slap for fans who had been looking forward to this cinematic love story. Isn't this supposed to be the moment where Jin shines in her big screen acting debut? Didn't HYBE herself announce that the concept of this video clip will be carried like a romantic film full of wounds and regrets, played by two of the most alluring visuals in the world of Korean entertainment? Then why, just a few days before the full release, did HYBE erase Shin Se-kyung's entire footprint from the public narrative? Could this have something to do with the old rumors that had haunted Jin before he was drafted? Was there any concern that their chemistry would be too strong to cause new controversy? Or furthermore, was there internal pressure both on the part of the agency, sponsors, and perhaps from Jin's own environment that caused HYBE to have to take this drastic decision? The army did not remain silent. Social media was flooded with sharp questions, fan conspiracies, to demands that HYBE explain the reasons behind this supposedly one-sided decision. In fact, an online petition appeared within 24 hours of the official announcement. Return Shin Se-kyung. We want honesty. In the petition, the fans stated that HYBE's decision created the impression that there was a deliberate censorship of emotions. Isn't art supposed to be honest and authentic? If two artists are able to create such strong chemistry, why exactly should it be removed? What made fans even more suspicious was how HYBE tried to calm the situation down in a way that, ironically, made things even worse. In the official statement, they only mentioned visual concept changes and marketing strategy adjustments, without giving a single concrete reason why Shin Se-kyung no longer appears in the promotional schedule. Wouldn't that open up more room for speculation? A large fan base from Japan even claimed that they had seen an early version of the full video clip, in which the emotional embrace scene between Jin and Shin Se-kyung becomes the narrative climax. The scene has since been removed from the final version. Why is the most touching scene precisely omitted? And who exactly decides that? Did Jin approve? Or is this a completely unilateral decision of HYBE? These questions haunt the fans. Even some of them start to recall little moments that were previously overlooked. Jin's meaningful look at the mention of the project, Shin Se-kyung's awkward smile when interviewed about her role, and HYBE's sudden way of stopping all collaborative promotions in just one night. It all feels like part of a huge puzzle that was deliberately hidden. Did I guess it about imagery? Is HYBE worried that Jin's company with a female actress will trigger an overreaction from a handful of diehard fans? If so, why did HYBE previously dare to make the decision to present them as a couple? Or is there a deeper, more personal conflict they're shielding from the media spotlight? And perhaps the saddest of all, how does the genie feel? An artist known for his integrity and who in recent interviews has been emotional about "Don't Say You Love Me." Once, in a behind-the-scenes recording, Jin called the project one of the most honest stories I've ever played. Does honesty now have to be sacrificed in order to maintain the illusion created by management? Surprise after surprise continues to unfold. An anonymous insider confessed to the fan community channel that Shin Se-kyung cried while leaving the final set. He is said to be very attached to his role in this video clip and felt that he was replaced not for professional reasons, but something more personal. So, who was actually hurt in this decision? The actress? Jin? Or those viewers who expect to see a whole tragic love story and censored? And behind it all comes an even sharper question. Is HYBE still listening to the voices of her fans? Or are they now more busy maintaining the narrative they've built, despite having to sacrifice the truth? And when news of Shin Se-kyung's disappearance spreads like wildfire in the middle of a dry forest, one thing becomes crystal clear. Nothing can calm the army's disappointment. Even when HYBE finally issued an official statement to ease tensions, it was precisely the reaction they got that was not sympathy, but an unstoppable outburst of anger. Rigid sentences such as "visual strategy change" and "decision based on global promotion needs" are unable to answer the sense of loss felt by the audience, who from the beginning had put their hearts into the chemistry between Jin and Shin Se-kyung. Many feel it's not just a matter of promotion, it's a matter of artistic integrity. A matter of honesty in conveying a heart-wrenching love story through two figures that have been designed to represent hope and hurt, laughter and tears. Even within the community of fan-made video creators, many have swiftly begun reworking old footage combining early footage of Jin and Se-kyung that was successfully shot before the visual overhaul was announced. The videos are now scattered, with sad background music, titled "Supposed Version," "Stolen Memories," or even the most popular, "Don't Say You Love Me, But We Already Did." Is this a subtle form of resistance from the fans? Or is this their only way of showing that they can't be fooled by a neatly crafted narrative? More surprisingly, unstoppable rumors began to break out from behind the curtain of silence. A staffer purportedly involved in the production process told the private community channel that huge pressure began to appear after the first teaser video was released. Jin and Shin Se-kyung's chemistry was said to be too perfect to make some executives feel uncomfortable. Some even said that Jin was too natural in the emotional scene, as if he was not acting but was living something that was really real. Does this mean that there are hidden feelings that make HYBE's higher-ups worry about further speculation? This question hangs over everyone's head. What's more, fans began to notice that in one of the viral behind-the-scenes photos, there was a moment when Jin's hand was still holding Shin Se-kyung's fingers even after the camera stopped recording. Is it just part of their in-depth acting method, or something more honest than the script can explain? Meanwhile, Shin Se-kyung herself chooses silence. There hasn't been a single post on his social media since the announcement of the visual change. In fact, before that, she was quite active in sharing the behind-the-scenes process, even posting a very emotional caption. "There is a project that teaches us how love can form the most beautiful wounds." The caption, which has now been removed, seems to have disappeared along with him from the project. Was he forced to remain silent? Is he being asked to withdraw for the common good? Or is there greater pressure from outsiders who do not want him to get too close to the figure of Jin? Failure to comply continues. One of them is a drastic change in the mood of the main poster of the video clip. Early versions featured two silhouettes, a man and a woman standing face to face under a rain of twilight light, depicting a tragic yet deep romance. Now, the official poster only shows Jin, alone, in a flat expression that invites a sense of melancholy and emptiness. The tagline, which originally read, "Two souls lost in a goodbye," has now been changed to "Sometimes silence is love." Is this a symbolic form of a new narrative trying to sweep away Se-kyung's role in a story they've already built? Not a few ARMY began to suspect the possibility of interference from internal parties. Some even accused HYBE of being too submissive to certain public pressures, fearing a potential scandal between male idols and female actresses. But ironically, isn't what fans want precisely this kind of honesty and emotional depth? In one of his radio broadcasts before enlistment, Jimin once said, "I always wanted to show another, more human side of M." The night before the release of the Don't Say You Love Me video clip, the atmosphere among fans was no longer just enthusiastic, but turned into something deeper. Anxiety. No countdown from the genie. No thanks. There's not even a new teaser as usually shared by HYBE. All became quiet. Too quiet. And this is what triggers the wildest and saddest theory. Is Jimin struggling with a decision he doesn't agree with? Is he questioning who is in charge of the story he actually co-wrote in acting and music? Or does he feel like he's missing something he can't express in the middle of the camera and thousands of eyes? Some fans who are observant of Jin's communication patterns even revealed that he had liked an old post in the fanbase community that contained footage of himself with Shin Se-kyung. The post was simple, just a 15-second video with the caption, "They were too real to be fiction." Not long after that, the like disappeared. But digital records can never be completely erased. The screenshots are out. And what makes fans' hearts even more broken? Jimin is seen smiling in the cut of the video, looking at Se-kyung as if the world stopped spinning. Why did he like the video? And why rush to remove it? Is there pressure on the part of the agency? Or is it he himself is in the midst of a deeper dilemma than we can imagine? Then at 0000 KST, the long-awaited video clip was finally released. Not an explosion. But silence, it's not a romance between two people. But the visual of a man walking alone in the rain, staring at the sky, gave no answer. There is not a single female face in the story. Just Jimin. Quiet. Alone, scene after scene as cut and reassembled. The emotion in Jin's eyes was so deep, yet it was as if he lost his co-star. He spoke, but his voice was not directed at anyone. She cried, but no hand wiped her tears. And that song, Don't Say You Love Me, as if to be a painful irony, because no one actually uttered it in the video. Immediately after the release, the hashtag Where Is Se-kyung exploded on X, Twitter. It was followed by hashtag Bring Back the Real MV and hashtag HYBE Explain This. Thousands of fans around the world questioned that final decision. Can this still be called a cinematic work if the essence of love, already built in the teaser, is completely removed? Even more surprising, a former visual editor who claimed to have worked freelance for this project made an anonymous post on a Korean entertainment industry forum. He mentioned that all the original footage with Shin Se-kyung had actually been edited and even had an internal review by the creative team. According to him, the result was very touching, to the point that some of the staff cried when they saw it for the first time, but then came sudden instructions from superiors. All footage with Se-kyung should be deleted. The reversion should be made in less than a week. No explanation. Just one sentence said over and over again. There should be no room for wild interpretations. Focus only on the genie. What exactly does the phrase mean? Why are they afraid of interpretation? Doesn't art always open up space for free feeling and interpretation? Are they afraid that the love story is too honest? Or are they afraid that Jin are too visible as ordinary humans who love and are loved? Shortly after the anonymous confession went viral, the account disappeared. Completely removed. But then again, digital records can't just be wiped out. Screenshots are scattered, translated into various languages, and discussed in the international community. And when Shin Se-kyung finally shows up at Seoul airport for departure to Paris, her expression says it all. No smiles. No greeting to the camera. Just a quick step, a hat covering part of the face, and a highlight of empty eyes that stunned fans. More surprisingly, when asked by one reporter, "Do you feel let down by HYBE's decision?" He did not answer, but he stopped for a moment, looked straight at the camera, and answer with one sentence. Some stories don't get written until they're finished. A sentence that immediately became a viral quote on social media. The sentence that made